Okay, so I actually cross these two islands on a almost every other day. I have a gym membership here in St. Petersburg, and on this island that I'm currently walking to is actually where my gym is located. There's all sorts of businesses, workplaces, other kinds of other places that people have to go to on both sides of the island, and especially at this time of the day, there's all kinds of traffic, both pedestrian, even more car traffic going to and from each side of the island, and it seems like there's also heightened traffic due to construction that's occurring right now. I'll flip this camera back around. This is just gives you an idea of the type of traffic that we're talking about. This right here is actually an artist who's painting. He's painting on this bridge. It's like a backdrop of the city. There's all kinds of artists in St. Petersburg due to the fact that this is the the creative capital of Russia. And then you can go down here. This is like a walkway to actually be able to be right next to the water here. There's all types of people down here, and as we walk this way we can actually see the steel underpass of this is the bridge right here that we're just crossing. This is the back side here, and then we'll just walk this way. So we continue the walk. Here's a coffee truck franchise here, and it's called Mobilnaya Kofania, which is like mobile coffee. That's what that translates to, or coffee cup. You see these trucks set up all over the city. They have quite an assortment of coffees right from the back of the truck. They have all sizes. They have latte, espresso, cappuccino, americano. They have everything. So you can get everything to go right here. It's good coffee too. This is a good place to check out. Okay, now we're officially on the island. It's I think this is Vasilevsky Island. I don't know if I said that right, but this is a ship. This ship has actually been transformed into a gymnasium and a restaurant slash bar or club. So it's kind of unique, the structure. This is, I think, one of a kind in St. Petersburg. Here's a park right here that people like to lounge and sit around with people. This is, you can see the water right there. And then as we continue walking, there's other businesses and all types of businesses here. Here's a menu of this restaurant. It's called, I don't know where the name is, but I think this is their maybe a lunch menu. So they have pike and herring, French omelets, veal, and yeah, it's prices actually are not too bad for the kind of restaurant this is. Here's an artist here. He's doing drawings for 200 rubles. He's doing portraits, and It looks to be pretty good. There's these drawings. It's as I said, St. Petersburg is the city of artists, so you'll find artists everywhere. You'll find painters, you'll find drawers, you'll find musicians. There's all kinds of live street music if you walk around the city. We're nearing the this little subsection, we could call it, of this island. Here's some boats for people who want to go around the bay. And this is, yeah, this is nice view. This is pretty cool. This is actually the bridge that conjoins these two sides of the island. It's a very old-fashioned bridge, but it's very strong and sturdy. As you can see, these very heavy buses are crossing, and there's no kind of collapsage or anything like that. So when they built this bus, it was definitely with the right intention. They built it to be able to carry large vehicles and cars. And then, as you can see here, we just simply walk across. There's no type of security or anything. It's a gorgeous day here in the city. Here's another view of this side, and we're on a smaller bridge here, so it's not as long. Okay, we're at the beach now. This is on this island. It's a nice beach for this type of waterway and everything. It's not like a ocean beach, but there's it's still nice for sitting and sunbathing. There's quite a few people out. It's a nice day. Not as long. So we continue walking. We are walking south, I believe. This is the beach actually surrounds a big fortress here. The fortress has lots of history to it. You guys can see it's a very large fortification, and this is just one side of this fortress. Yeah. Right now they're actually holding a big festival here in this area. It's called in Russian it's called Festival Paysan, or Peshani Sculpture, which is like sculpture festival of sand. So these are actually sand constructed structures. They're huge. This castle right here is probably over 20-25 feet. It's in the design of like a big fortress. And if you walk towards the other side, you can actually get a whole view of all of these structures that have been hand designed by various people. It's quite a magnificent feat of art, and it just shows what can be done with sand. This is just a glimpse of the sand structures. We'll come back later and take a look at those. It's a very sunny day here. It's quite nice. People sometimes will swim in the water, but usually not, because it's a bit iffy for swimming. But usually at least sunbathe and just have picnics or read or whatnot. This is a better, closer view of the water, and there's seaweed, which is a very good sign. If anyone doesn't know, with water, you look for things like seaweed or other living plants. This is always a way to know how clean water is, because if there's not seaweed, it means that it's too dirty even for plant life to exist. And this water extends all the way to this side also. So you could probably swim in this, but it wouldn't be the cleanest place. And this right here is the other side. They have boats set up for people who want to get a boat ride, and they have it's more rocky here. There's not as much beach, but this goes all the way around to the far side, if you can see it by that bridge up there.